Hello everyone, Shroombox here. Welcome to the third episode of Let's Play Feed the Beast Beyond. I've been doing a little bit of work in the base. As you can see, I've been replacing parts of the ceiling and the floor, but ran out of materials halfway through. And I've changed the entrance to the base as well. I've installed this reinforced door from Melissa's stores, which is pretty awesome. And I made it a little bunker entrance or something. Whoa! Wolf? Okay. As long as it's not a creeper. Anyway, I've been doing that. And I've been excavating a little room right next to the workshop here, which is going to house the smelter. And hopefully soon the brick furnace. As well as what's it called? What's it called? The coke oven brick from Immersive Engineering, as well as the crude blast furnace. So, I've been gathering some lava as well. I'm using these ender fluid tanks. They hold 16 buckets each, and we're going to use that to fuel the smeltery. Speaking of smeltery, let's go make some grout. 4 stacks of sand, 4 stacks of gravel. Had a hard time finding enough of it. Had to run around the world constantly looking for more gravel. And this is the pattern. Sand in the corners, gravel in between, and clay blocks in the middle, which makes grout. We got 8 stacks out of it. That should be hopefully enough. We're gonna smelt them up. While that is cooking, let's take a look at the book Materials and You from Tinker's Construct. So, this smeltery, the seared furnace, that is of course what we're going to build. First though, the smeltery. And it's being explained how to build it. This little nice animation. And then there's of course the seared furnace, which I want to make. This too is being fueled by lava, which is good. I have 4 tanks of this. And as you can see, it's built like this, with a little hole in the middle. And we're gonna build that into the side of the wall. Okay, then there's the Tinker tank. I'm not gonna use this because big tanks, they usually cause a lot of lag. And yeah, I've made some further changes to the mod pack. I've been taking out a few mods. Basically all of the magic mods. I'm really not interested in using them. I am not too much of a magic guy, more of a tech guy. And oh, one is missing. Yeah, so I've taken that out, about 30 mods or so. Basically all the magic mods are gone, and I've been taking out some tech mods related to Industrial Craft 2. Although that is a mod I used to love, I have to say Industrial Craft is just no longer, how should I say it, up to the task. It's generating its own power, EU, or I think it's called energy units. But the current electricity, I'd say standard is RF, redstone flux. And yeah, there's no real way of converting it over to RF, from EU to RF, and yeah. So I've taken that out. But that doesn't mean that there isn't enough to do. I mean, there's so much to do. We've got so many tech mods. So, smeltery controller. We're going to need a smeltery tank. I think that is made with 1 glass. Let's take a look. Yep, There it is. It's your tank. We're going to need some drains. 9 of them. There we go. And some seared faucets. And as soon as I have more bricks, we can make more of them. We need 9 of them as well. Then we're going to need some casting basins. I should make like this. Only 3 of them so far, but that's okay. We're getting there. We're gonna need 1 more. There we go, that's 6. I'm going to need 3 casting tables. They're made the same way, just the other way around. We need 3 of them. I have so my standard setup for the smeltery. Okay, 2 more. There we go. Then we're going to need to make the bricks like this. We're going to need more of them though. Much more. Yeah, that's 3 so far. Let's start filling that in a little bit. We're gonna set down the controller and the tank. Gonna put the controller here, the tank in the middle. Okay, and we're gonna need more bricks. How's it looking? Yeah, 6 of them. As much as I had hoped, but better than nothing. At least we can make the ground here. And we can build up. The higher the smeltery, the more blocks it can smelt at once. Usually I build it high enough to get about 2 stacks of ore smelted at once. Which is pretty neat. At least until we got some automation in. Okay. I'm gonna put down the drains right here. And I'm putting the faucets on. Then underneath the basins. This is for block smelting. You can make entire blocks of metal. Which is pretty damn convenient. There we go, more bricks. Nine of them. That should be enough to get the smelter going. Yep, and the smeltery. Good, good. The trains in. And the tables. Gonna put that in. And I'm going to take one of these tanks, put it right next to it. When we right click on the tank, we can configure the I/O. We have a little 3D schematic here, and we can, with a right click or left click, with a right click, we can tell it to push into this direction, and the sear tank from the smelter is being filled automatically. Awesome, right? Usually I would have a portable tank from the expansion, then use some liquid conduits to lead the liquid out of the tank into the smeltery tank. But Ender.io once again saves the day. So we're gonna need some glass. Gonna need some bricks here again. Gonna make some windows. Let's see if I remember the recipe. Ah, there we go. Seared glass. I'm gonna need 4 of them, I think. Let's make 4 of them for now. Take that with us. 1 here. 1 here. There we go, roundabout. I need 1 more. Just 1 more. Okay. Put the glass back in. Make bricks out of this. And put that on top. Good, good. Now I want to build up. So let's break this. Can I? Yes, I can. All the way up. And out of bricks. Who would have thought? So, I suppose I'm gonna smelt up the last bricks here, as well as the 2 stacks of grout, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Smeltery is running, and I'm making some seared stone. And that's because I ran out of materials halfway through. What a surprise! But seared stone can be made into seared paver, can be made into seared bricks. Awesome, right? And I'm smelting up a little bit more stone, so we have enough of this. 1 more block. Right click on the smeltery train on the faucet, and up it goes into the casting basin. Same goes, of course, with the casting tables, but you will need patterns for this, or rather casts. So we got 7 blocks, 1 ingot. That's 6 so far. Let's pour in a little bit more stone here. So the first thing we're going to do once that is completed, as you can see, I couldn't build up all the way through. This wall is still missing. And the first thing we are going to do is make aluminum brass. Let's take a look at brass. Molten aluminum brass. Alloying. It's made out of molten copper as well as molten aluminum. And it's a 3:1 ratio, which gives us a molten aluminum brass. This aluminum brass can be used to make casts for tools, for ingots, for sharpening kits, and so on and so forth. It's awesome. So we got 8 blocks here. Let's make these 8 blocks. I'm gonna put the rest of the stone away. And I'm going to need... let's not make the gold ore. Let's take something that is more... yeah, iron ore. And of course I'm going to need... where is it? Aluminum and copper. How much still left? 2 blocks. Let's cast them. And already done. Depending on the material, it takes more or less longer for it to cool. Let's melt down this iron before we go into the aluminum and copper. And really, is that all the aluminum I have? Jesus. Nothing here either. Alright, suppose that'll do. That is 6. Make that 3. No, wait. Ah, let's see. Iron, almost done. We've got a capacity of 216 ingots right now. That is 2 ingots. Wait, I've done something wrong. Hang on. I need 1 tiny coal. I forgot. Can't pour ingots. Do I have an ingot cast? So let's melt up this iron, make an ingot out of it. And use that ingot. Throw that in here. We're gonna smelt up some aluminum. That is fast after all. 6 ingots. Throw some copper in there. Takes a little while. And of course you can switch between liquids. The lowermost liquid is the first one to be poured out. So if I were to cast out a block or an ingot, the aluminum, since it's down here, would be cast out first. So we're going to make aluminum brass. We're going to cast this out first. That destroys the ingot, unfortunately. That makes us a cast, an ingot cast. So I want the iron to be first. Gonna need 2 more ingots to make the other casts. There we go. Make sure aluminum brass is first. Oops. Didn't mean to click on that. Gotta smelt that down again. Okay, we've still got 4 ingots. We can start making some parts. Let's go get some cobblestone. Part builder. Place that in. Gonna need a pickaxe head, shovel head, a hatchet, and I think I still have, yep I do. Then we are going to need tool rod, tough tool rod, binding, tough binding, and of course a plate. And I think, hang on, with this pattern here. Yep, for the cleaver, the large sword blade. So, good. That should be all of it. Put the copper away. Take out the casts. And then first let's make the normal tool heads. Place that in. That is still down, good. Make casts out of this. It destroys the items, but you get a cast out of this. Speaking of cast, hang on, I've got a pattern chest here. Gonna place it here to store the patterns in. It's now a cast chest. You can't throw wooden patterns and these casts into a single chest. Doesn't work, unfortunately. So we still got 2 ingots. Let's see what we can do. We need definitely rod and binding. And that's all there is. But that's okay. We can do the other things later. Once I have a little bit more aluminum, I need to go mining again. Store them in here for now. Good. We still got 2 ingots of copper in there. Let's pour that out. Okay, we're gonna need a pickaxe head. Really? Oh, you got to be kidding me. And we're going to need some material. Let's put that here. I'm gonna need iron ore. But first, to make smelting faster, let's put that up. It's the last thing. I should have more than enough bricks for this. There we go. And 56. Awesome. Let's put this away for now. And take a look at the materials. While that is cooking. So, tool materials. We've got a lot of materials that we can choose from. Most simple, I suppose, is iron. We can use a sharpening kit to make sure we can mine obsidian and cobalt and all that. That's definitely gonna make things a little bit easier. Especially iron has a magnetic modifier which attracts items. So we can see here, for wood for example, we got the durabilities, the mining levels, the mining speed, the attack, and of course the abilities, stats. They regenerate by themselves. That is a good thing. You don't have to repair them as often. You can just wait around and they repair themselves. And here you can see stone is bad, your tool has less durability. So don't make everything out of stone. Increases durability gained when repairing the tool. This can be, I suppose, of an advantage. It could be an advantage if you are low on cobblestone, which you really shouldn't be. We've got flint, we've got cactus, bone, which is actually pretty good for weapons. Hits steal more damage. Then we've got obsidian. Tool lasts longer most of the time. We've got prismarine and ants and all that stuff. Paper is pretty good. It is writable. It can give more modifiers. When we look at iron, the head magnetic too. Hitting things attracts nearby things. Same goes for the binding and the handle. I think I'm gonna make the handle out of wood. Binding and head out of iron. Speaking of which, how's it looking? 12 blocks for ingots, that's good. I'm gonna take the tool rod cast. Place that in there. I need a binding and a axe head. I need one of you, or maybe two. That's part crafter. I'm gonna need a handle. Take this out. Tool station. So, we've got a stone pickaxe, right? Let's upgrade it. We can bring that out. That's now an iron pickaxe. Awesome, right? So, and of course we need to exchange the binding. So we got our iron pickaxe. Awesome, right? I didn't even need the tool rod. Why did I make it? So the next thing we need, most definitely, is the tool forge. This allows us to make the really good weapons and tools and all of that. So we need 3 seared bricks and 4 blocks of iron. Let's see, 12 blocks, that's good. We need 4 blocks. Bring that ingot cast out. You know what? Let's place it here. That's good enough. And throw this away. So, how's it looking? Good. Let's make the tool forge. Awesome. And I think I'm gonna take all of this with me. Place the tool forge right here. As you can see, we have access to a whole plethora of tools and weapons here. This is definitely the one I want to make as soon as possible, because the cleaver has a heightened chance for heads. And if you go deeper into Ender IO, we need heads. So the part builder, stencil table, let's place that here. Part builder, pendant chest, and tool station. And throw away the paint platens. There we go. So, still 8 blocks. Good. We can make 6 of them. So, where is it? Modifiers. That's another good thing. You've got a whole list of modifiers here, which is pretty good. And of course, the modifiers are being explained here. For example, redstone gives haste. Lapis gives luck, which is pretty damn awesome. This is luck is of course for fortune, no? And we got sharp for weapons, which is pretty good. Diamond and emerald for durability. Silk touch for, you know, silk. Silk touch. So, and then of course, here we've got the sharpening kits plus a flint. Up tiers it to the next level. So, we have currently, let me take a look at it. Mining level is diamond. But diamond isn't good enough. We need obsidian. Or rather, we need we need cobalt, and for that we're going to need obsidian. I've made a diamond pickaxe ages ago to mine obsidian, but I haven't found any yet, tragically enough. And I can make a sharpening kit out of this. Speaking of which, sharpening kit, let's see. Stone sharpening kit. Not telling me how to do this, huh? Wood sharpening kit? Ah, damn it. Okay, hang on. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to make a pattern for the sharpening kit. So let's see. Stencil table. Sharpening kit. And I'm gonna need some stone here. Let's throw this away. then I'm gonna have to look for more aluminum brass. Let's make 2 of them. Yeah, looking for more aluminum so we can make more brass. And I'm gonna do this in between episodes. We have all casts available for the next episode. Okay. Alright. Looks like this is it for today. We unfortunately are out of time. So, as always, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to support the channel, then please consider to like, share and subscribe. And I hope I'm going to see you next time. Until then, stay safe.